Good morning. Welcome to Morning Poems and Prayers for the 20th of October, 2025. You're very, very welcome. We're going to heal the sick and raise the dead, my friends. We're going to work magic and miracles. Still holding on to this one. Yeah, thank you, God. How you doing out there? It is a rockin' time, my friends. I hope you had a brilliant weekend. Yes, it was an amazing weekend. For myself here, I will gladly share a bit of that with you. We're going to pray in, as is the idea here. I'll start with my prayer from the Course in Miracles. And I'm very grateful for you being here, and whenever you drop in, it's divine timing. I've done, what shall I say, I woke up about 6 this morning, and I've been meditating and sleeping off and on since then. So, mostly meditating. So, I got myself up and crawled up to the computer here to share some good vibes with you. So let's do that together. Thank you for holding the space. Thank you for your interest in what I do here. Thank you for this time together. Yeah, so go ahead and close your eyes, turn within, take a deep breath. We'll just do it that way. One deep breath. Relax and release. Sitting up nice and straight, quiet the mind. And let me share these inspired words of wisdom to lift your spirits and start your day. Prayer of the Miracle Worker. Today we begin by tucking our chins and bowing our heads and knowing that God is all that there is and that we are one with it. We surrender all that we are to all God will have us be. We bow our heads, our hearts, our desires and agendas to God's will. We trust that God knows us and loves us as we make our way home to peace. We trust that we will see miracles where we once saw lack and limitations, and that we will be assisted in solutions where we once saw dead ends. We commit to remembering that we're immersed in God's holy ecstasy and audaciousness, where all things are possible, plentiful, and perfect. We give thanks for another day of miracles and miraculous encounters, and may we always remember that this grace is offered to us, not just for our own peace and joy, but so that we may be a fearless extension of God's love. And together, so we say, and so it is. Patricia. I am my I am presence, and I am one with my Father, Mother, God. I am also one with the I am presence of every man, woman, and child on earth, the entire company of heaven, the angelic kingdom, the elemental kingdom, and Gaia, Mother Earth. I give heartfelt and sincere thanks for the sacred gift of my life, and I ask my I am presence to consecrate every thought, word, feeling, and action which I express throughout this day, with more love and more light for myself and my world. Word, I am word, Paul Selig. I know who I am, what I am, how I serve. I know who I am in truth, what I am in truth, how I serve in truth. I am here, I am here, I am here. St. Francis. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is sorrow, joy. Where there is darkness, light. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are forgiven, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. I am here only to be truly helpful. I am here to represent him who sent me. I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do, because he who sent me will direct me. I am content to be wherever he wishes, knowing he goes there with me. I will be healed as I let him teach me to heal. The teachers of God have trust in the world because they have learned it is not governed by the laws the world made up. It is governed by a power that is in them, but not of them. It is this power that keeps all things safe. That's the manual for teachers from the course. Yeah, here it is. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desire. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. Take a deep breath. Looking for the violet flame. I am the open door for the violet flame. We'll finish with this. I am my I am presence, and I am one with the I am presence of all humanity. As one voice, one breath, one heartbeat, and one energy, vibration, and consciousness of pure divine love. We invoke the most intensified frequencies of the fifth dimensional crystalline solar violet flame of God's infinite perfection that cosmic law will allow. Beloved Saint Germain and your legions of fifth dimensional violet flame archangels, we ask that you blaze, blaze, blaze this violet flame with the power and might of 1,000 suns in, through, and around every thought, feeling, word, action, memory, and belief that humanity has ever expressed in any time frame or dimension, both known and unknown, that is reflecting anything less than heaven on earth. Transmute this energy, cause, core, effect, record, and memory back into its original perfection and seal it in an invincible force field of God's comprehensive divine love. We accept that this activity of light is being God victoriously accomplished, even as we call. We also accept and know that this violet flame is increasing daily and hourly, moment by moment, with every single breath we take, until this sweet earth and all her life have ascended into the fifth dimensional crystalline solar realms of light on the new earth. And so it is. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Take a deep breath. We give thanks, we let it be, and so it is. Amen, amen, amen. Well, I'm looking at the Course in Miracles this morning. I'll keep up with what's happening here. Lesson 91, the workbook. Miracles are seen in light. It is important to remember that miracles and vision necessarily go together. This needs repeating, and frequent repeating. It is a central idea in your new thought system and the perception that it produces. The miracle is always there. Its presence is not caused by your vision. Its absence is not the result of your failure to see. It is only your awareness of miracles that is affected. You will see them in the light. You will not see them in the dark. To you, then, light is crucial. While you remain in darkness, the miracle remains unseen. Thus you are convinced it is not there. This follows from the premises. This follows from the premises from which the darkness comes. Denial of light leads to failure to perceive it. Failure to perceive light is to perceive darkness. The light is useless to you then, even though it is there. You cannot use it because its presence is unknown to you. And the seeming reality of the darkness makes the idea of light meaningless. Miracles are seen in light. The body's eyes do not perceive the light, but I am not a body. What am I? If you are not a body, what are you? I'm just skipping around here. I am not weak but strong. I am not helpless but all-powerful. I am not limited but unlimited. I am not doubtful but certain. I am not an illusion but a reality. I cannot see in darkness but in light. Miracles are seen in light. Let me not close my eyes because of this. So again, I'm skipping around. That's lesson 91. I'll put it on my page. From the workbook of the Course in Miracles, we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of this amazing little book. 1,300 pages, 7 years in the channeling and the transcribing of it, from Helen Schuckman, the late great, and Bill Thetford, her amanuensis, her scribe, her writer of the material, and boy, has it made an impact on my life and millions of lives around the world. Jimmy James Twyman is still teaching the Course in Miracles. God bless you, Jimmy James. And he's out there doing it every day as well. There we go. Okay. So, thank you for being here. Well, I'm just going to give you my... I'm going to talk about 3i Atlas again for sure, because it's kind of the subject. For some people, the subjects are the politics, and there's plenty to talk about there. But our consciousness, and I think all these things come together. A good one from Ingrid Turner: magic loves a good mood. Let's carry that with us today. We do create our own reality. We create it consciously, and in this lifetime we're remembering how to consciously create our joyous reality, and we have all the love and support in the universe to help us to do that. Let's give you a poem here from Sister Muriel Roberts. If I were to swim in a sea of stories, if I were to swim in a sea of stories, I'd find my voice that would tell 1,000 tales of my life, my journey, my being, a wisdom of intricate poetry, rhythm and rhyme, each with its own gleam of brilliance, a rainbow glistening after every storm. I saw a rainbow yesterday. Heralding a new day, a new life, a new being. Or is it the being I was truly meant to be? To swim in a sea of a truth, the unity that exists in the depths of consciousness, the mystery before the duality of mind and soul, the ocean of stories that holds the memories of infinity, beyond separation or the knowing of that separation. Open the mind to the vastness of a universe with an infinite potential and longing, a unique creation and profound wisdom held deep in the unconscious memory of every living soul. We are all of the same source, that spark of life that left its home way back in time, seeking to remember and re-experience itself through physical form, emotions, and thoughts. Turn that key in the door so long since closed, open to the infinite wonder of all that you were and are in the here and now. Be free, embrace life fully, tell the story of your dreams, live them, be at one with them, and life will change forevermore. Blessings, one and all. Take a deep breath. Beautiful. Muriel Roberts. Muriel's blessed me with many poems and many wonderful moments together. Bless you, Muriel. She's here in Ireland and so gifted. Not only a wonderful poet, but just a saintly soul, walking with love in her heart and a huge desire to heal the world and to help others. Just really, really beautiful lady. Bless you. Many times been to India and back. Here's another poem from Cindy Ormond Humphrey. This says it perfectly. To those who remember, you who walk with encoded feet, encoded, E-N-C-O-D-E-D, encoded feet, and carry the resonance of the original song. You who have seen the collapse behind the veil and still rise to build the new. The time is not coming. It has come. The rupture is real. The simulation is in dissolution. I call now to the ones encoded with the Edenic memory. The weavers of the earth, the flame bearers of the sky, the builders of sanctuary, the ones who hold maps in their bones and sigils in their blood. A settlement is being seeded upon the many sacred grounds, where water parts and quartz sings underfoot. This is not a commune nor a retreat. It is a living harmonic node of the new organic earth grid. We are calling in those ready to anchor healing sanctuaries, fruit forests, sacred schools, and soulcraft labs. Midwife the return of sovereign land. Trade and remembrance. Build mythic towns, pulsing with beauty, music, high-frequency infrastructure. Walk together in collective counsel, transparency and trust. If this transmission activates something in your field, if your dreams have already showed you domes, spirals, quartz-laced lands, and you've known that your time to build Eden would arrive, you are being summoned. The first fires are being lit. We are gathering, we are connecting, we are listening, and we are answering the call with love, precision, and the codes of a future past. We rise together, we remember together, we build Eden together. Thank you, Margaret Marriott. Take a breath into that. Beautiful. We want a world not divided by skin, language, pain, or fear, but united in love, truth, and humanity. from We Are the Medicine Circle, Kim Smith, thank you. Our buddy Cat Stevens is out there making quite an impression on people. God bless you, Cat. Here's another one from Laura Aversano. We're catching up on our poetry this morning. Safe haven. There is a hastening of body, mind, and spirit unfolding. In my prayers, I keep asking God to afford us all the grit we need to stay present and empty. Throughout time, astrological and spiritual shifts have transpired as they are now. There is nothing different about that. What is different is that we have more to lose, because as a collective identity, we have acquired more in the physical, emotional, and spiritual realms. Our desires and attachments to material things, emotions, and thoughts have compounded themselves tenfold, thus increasing the myriad power struggles we have created to keep those identities we perceive make us safe. Our desire for a spiritual identity, which many equate to having spiritual gifts or prowess, has grown, making many of us more lost than ever. When do we allow ourselves to befriend the emptiness? When do we become the safe haven we have been searching for? When has fear become such a negative thing instead of a stop along the way to carrying the unknown? I've witnessed more anxiety and depression than I ever have in my almost 30 years of practice. Alienation and isolation, as opposed to connection, is the direction we have unfortunately been headed in. All the tools in the world will not prevent us from grieving in those spaces, from experiencing the loss of identity over and over again in these challenging times. Those tools won't prevent you from facing your anger. Those tools won't prevent you from facing your anger, your pain, or confusion. Those tools instead will give you the resolve to own them and allow them to forge a new identity. With each challenge you face, it will offer you the opportunity for those connections you once used to crave so deeply and intensely. There will always be endings and beginnings. There will always be waves of good and evil throughout humanity. We can talk, Laura. What can shift is how we can choose. What can shift is how we choose to engage with each other's power struggle. And within that process, we will acquire a new understanding of emptiness and the unknown. That safe haven is within. I invite you to make its acquaintance. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Laura, I'm interviewing Laura in November on the 13th. Bless you. All right, well, I'm not using the Zoom, as you can see, so I can't show you the amazing picture of the moon from Pars Kute, but that's on my page there. Spotted over Alaska last night, he says. The moon in the shape of a cross. It's extraordinary. The fifth dimension is here. Guthima. If I were you, my dear friend, I will be quiet and work on myself. I will forgive anyone who has forgotten his sacred qualities. If I were you, I will speak only when my tongue catches the fire of grace. Otherwise, it will be still like a mountaintop. If I were you, my dear, I will surrender to love, because east and west, north and south meet in my heart. Take a deep breath. Beautiful. Thank you, brother. All right. Well, I'll chat here in a little bit. Let's do Eileen Caddy, guidance for 20th of October. Ready? Are you not part of the whole? Then why separate yourself by living a disordered, chaotic life? As you fill your mind with beautiful thoughts, say beautiful words, and accomplish beautiful things, so do you become one with the beautiful wholeness, which is my universe, and everything fits in perfectly. as each individual seeks and finds that inner peace and harmony, so will peace and harmony reign in the world. It has to start somewhere, so why not let it start in you? Realize that you, by doing your part, can help to bring peace and harmony into the world. It is every tiny drop of water that makes up the mighty ocean, and every tiny grain of sand that makes up the beach. Therefore, every individual at peace within can bring outer peace into the world. So why not do your part now? Lift up your heart and give eternal thanks that you know you have a part to play, and go ahead and play it. Take a deep breath. I've got to put that on the page. That's brilliant. La 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 la. It's all about getting happy, my friends. It's so profoundly simple. And what makes us happy? Hope and engaging the world in a meaningful and loving way. That's what I get to do here. This has been my foundation for the last 9 years. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Where's my Abraham? It all started here. It certainly did. There are no happier people on this planet than those who decide that they want something, define what they want, get hold of the feeling of it even before its manifestation, and then joyously watch the unfolding as piece by piece by piece it begins to unfold. That's the feeling of your hands in the clay. Abraham, take a deep breath. Let's have that again while I copy and put it on the page. There are no happier people on this planet than those who decide that they want something, define what they want, get hold of the feeling of it even before its manifestation, and then joyously watch the unfolding as piece by piece by piece it begins to unfold. That is the feeling of your hands in the clay. Take a deep breath. Thank you, thank you. All right, so let me just segue here for a moment. So we're on the eve of the new moon. That's tomorrow in Libra. And the date, October 29th, continues to ring around in my head for some reason. And the AI that I use, Chatwhatsits and Grok, don't have any Edgar Casey, but the Edgar Casey channel has an Edgar Casey for the 29th of October. So, and for some reason I got drawn to the Edgar Casey channel a few weeks ago, and it's rung true to my spirit, what I've been listening to from it, and very, very empowering, let's put it that way. Not that everything on the horizon is a picnic. Oh no, by no means. But that those of us that have some idea of what's happening and why it's happening, and I just say in all humility, some idea, are leagues ahead of those that have no idea what's happening or why it's happening, or are in denial that anything is happening at all. And as I like to say, you know what, you've heard it before, denial is not just a river in Egypt. It's the denial of the ego that creates this world of the illusion of separation, this nightmare that we're trying to wake up from through love and miracles, that we are waking up in the midst of, through love and miracles, better said. And Guthima Roba has said it, Laura Aversano has said it, Muriel Roberts has said it. The great quote from Conversations with God, go within or go without. That is the deal. That is the dealio. So, Patricia has given us all these wonderful videos. I was doing her this morning, and Tori Coda Robles, her daughter, who's also brilliant, and Oren, orendaben.com. Hey, there's a thought. Let's throw some Orens in the mix today. I'm just looking on YouTube here as well. So everyone is covering 3I Atlas, and whether it's a ship or just behaving like a ship and not actually populated is a small matter, because clearly this thing is not a natural object. It's not just a stone shooting through space. It's changed its speed, its course. It's not made up of any of the common things that a comet would be made up of. It's the size of Manhattan. It weighs 33 billion tons, they think, and it's emitting light in a very strange fashion, in an unnatural fashion. A comet has light coming off the tail. This has light on the three sides of the in the front, the front and on each side, and it is passing behind the sun at this point, having already worked its magic with Mars and Venus and Saturn. I think that's right. A few other planets. But it's behind the sun now, and it's coming out from behind the sun and back into our point of view. The last I heard was the end of November, which, as I say, was confusing, because I thought for sure it was the end of October, which is only 10 days away. But we'll find out. Yes. Anyway, either way, it's certainly something to think about, and I like what Pam Gregory has said, what Patricia Coda Robles, Patricia has not talked about this, Barbara Hand-Clow, etc., and Nancy Rebecca, Lily Nova, are all saying this is impacting our consciousness. And Annie and I have our daily catch up about what's important with all these subjects. And shout out to our friend Dorit. She's been visiting Annie, and she's getting back on the plane for Denmark tomorrow. So enjoy the sunshine while you've got it. I'm sure I don't have to tell her that. And we'll catch up soon, I hope. And 3I Atlas is a big deal, and it's affecting people's consciousness. How? Well, according to Barbara Hand-Clow, it represents, through the iron ore that it is made up of, like the core of the earth, it represents a catalytic agent, an alchemizing agent that is raising the vibration of the archetypal energies of the planets in our solar system. I've said it before, and I may say it again, but there it is. So all these worlds within worlds and cycles within cycles are affecting us in a way that we might not be conscious of at all, might be completely unconscious of, but it doesn't mean that it's not having an impact. So the message from the astrologer about the Libra full moon is very intensely emotional, and having to do with issues of justice and fairness and honesty and truthfulness and integrity and all of those important things. So where we're not clear or clean or resolved, that is going to come up for our healing and our addressing. Where we are, that's the foundation upon which we get to build this new world. And it's pretty much as simple as that, is my understanding. And so 3I Atlas is accelerating the process of our unconscious manifesting into our physical. Because archetypal energies are the essential building blocks of creation. That's the quote from Lazarus. And So this is the energy to create the new earth, as one of our poets said here this morning. So use it wisely and well, I think, is the message here. As we in the Northern Hemisphere know that winter is coming, as they say, and we're going into the darkness. We need to be the light. We need to have the light and the heat, and we need to be taking care of each other and make sure that everyone has the light, the heat, and the food and the love and the sense of belonging and community that we are building here together every day. Community is essential. Community is the building block of the new earth. It's the bridge of humanity's interaction with each other, which is going through a huge healing crisis. I don't have to tell you, and planetary healing crisis, nervous breakdown, and at the same time, more people are turning to God, whatever name you want to give God. I met a beautiful new friend, a chap named Alan in his 40s, and we met at one place and we shared our life story in a very short order, and then we ran into each other again, so we sat and had coffee for about a half an hour or so, and had two other great conversations on Saturday as well with John and Mark, but my other dear friends here. But what am I saying? So Alan's not comfortable with the word God. Not sure he believes in the idea of God, but has met the universe, he says, through some experiences with some mushrooms, and wonderful. God doesn't care what we call God. God just cares that we call God. And meditation is listening to God, and prayer is speaking with God, and channeling is speaking for God, if I may put it that way. And these are the tools and the techniques, the gifts, and the blessings that Spirit gives us to remember how to navigate through the matrix and come back into the expanded consciousness of heaven on earth. And last night I was watching some videos and just definitely deeply in the chill zone over the weekend, closed for repairs. Oh man. And needing every minute of it. And I'm seeing these videos of mostly these young ladies who are building their own lives out in nature. I'm happy to look at young men if they're doing it as well, or old men, or whatever it might be, but young women are out there creating their own reality very consciously and with great inspiration. There's also this American couple in Panama called the Nomadic Movement. You may have heard them. They're great to watch. I've watched them off and on for years. The great Yona Yinton and her life in the North Woods of Sweden, up near the Arctic Circle, and the Cottage Fairy, of course, and many others. They're paving the way. You know, people making their own homes, out of scratch or from other found materials, etc. All that creativity, all that, pioneer spirit, but then sharing it so beautifully. There's a couple that has an island off of Spain, I believe, from England. I've watched them as well with two kids. And there's our friends here, Siobhan DePere, and her husband, Dermot, and their family, and they're trailblazers as well, absolutely. And many others, Charlotte, Emily Rose, and many others. So it's exciting to know who's breaking new ground, who's on the path to find out, who's on the road to find out how to live a more conscious life, and to help create and sustain community, so that we can help each other to take our power back is the message here. Okay, I'm kind of wandering around at the moment. Oh yes, I was going to do some Orin. So Orin, we know Orin, we love Orin. Addie Lamborn has used Orin every day of her life, I think, since she was a teenager, by the sound of things. We've got Receiving Solar Light, that would be a good one today, in the dark Irish morning. Let's start with that and maybe do one or two others. And this is 5 minutes. Shower of light.
Taking a shower of light. Let yourself grow calm and serene, using your breath to take you deeper to the inner level of your being. Fill up with light, imagining that you are breathing in light. More and more light, until light is running all throughout your body, in and around your body. It is as if you are taking a shower of light, standing in the light, a light that fills you with radiance, that cleanses and purifies your aura, a light that is composed of many colors, all the colors of the rainbow. Let yourself drink in the color of green, the color of vitality and aliveness. And then a beautiful sapphire blue, blue all around you. And imagine that the color of orange, a beautiful orange, is all about you. Imagine that you are drawing it into your adrenals to take out any fear that is stored there. And bringing in the color of yellow, of sunshine. Let it fall down around you, drinking it up, letting it recharge you. And bring in the beautiful rose color of love. Sense it all around you. And a beautiful violet of healing, of evolution, of clearing. Bring in this beautiful violet light. And again letting in all the colors of the rainbow all around you as a shower of light. And as you come back now, remember to give yourself a shower of light every day.
We'll do clearing blockages. Everyone's got a few. 5 minutes.
Clearing blockages. Take a deep breath in, and as you do, feel energy and light flowing throughout your body, lifting you higher. And sense yourself going inward to the inner part of your being. Sense yourself, your true self, that part of you that is confident and clear. Become more aware of the part of you that is wise, that has answers and insights. Let each breath in take you to that self. Awaken within you that self of strength, freedom and joy. The self that knows balance, peace, and harmony. You are going inward and inward to the very core of your being. As you go inward, feel yourself letting go at a deeper and deeper level, relaxing. Call back to yourself any energy you have scattered out in the universe. And with each breath out, release any energy you have taken on that is not yours. Breathing in light, the light of your soul, the light of the sun, the light that is all about you, filling up with light, with strength, with confidence. Letting your wise self be present now. And think of a situation, a thought, a feeling, some energy you would like to unblock, to clear, to release, to dissolve. Think of this now. Imagine you are holding this situation in your hands. And sense your wise, serene self and your soul transmitting light to this situation as you hold it in your hands. Light to all the people involved and light to yourself. Sense the situation changing in some way as it fills with light. It is transforming. Release this situation now to your soul, to the all that is, and ask that it be resolved, knowing that all good things come to you, and you are now open to receive, feeling clear, feeling serene and confident.
Okay. Thank you. Well, that might just do it for this morning. Bibbidi bobbidi boop. Let me give you the pitch one more time here. This is my gift to you, and if it is of value to you, please find a way to return the gift to me or to the world. And if you'd like to support what I do in a direct way, you can make a donation to the PayPal link that is there. You can look at lifewave.com/Lou Martin or This Is It info and learn about the X39 stem cell biophotonic patches, which are changing people's lives and changing the world. I haven't been on them in a few months, and my hair is still getting darker. It's wild. But I'm looking forward to getting back on them as soon as I can. Yeah, if you're interested in learning about doing a business with it, which is the opportunity of a lifetime, they're having the convention this week, Thursday. Today's Monday, and it's going to be a big deal in my movie. And I'm so looking forward to the coverage of that and the news from that. And it's been just one of the great journeys of my life. Despite the ups and downs, it's still a fantastic opportunity to work with other people to help change the world. You can also go to Ian Morris's Listening to Smile on Bandcamp and buy some music and make a donation to L Martin 24, and Ian and I will both benefit from that. Or you could do a one-to-one session with me, of which I've done hundreds over the years, and we could get down to what's standing in your way and give you a reading and a recording and a channel message to move you forward on your path of love and light. I'll leave you with Patricia's quote here that I have from Thursday. She says, "As long as we choose the light and consecrate our energy to empower only the positive experiences we want to create in our lives and not the negative experiences we don't want, we will reach a critical mass of our visions and dreams faster than we can possibly imagine." Let me say that one more time. As long as we choose the light and consecrate our energy to empower only the positive experiences we want to create in our lives and not the negative experiences we don't want, we will reach a critical mass of our visions and dreams faster than we can possibly imagine. So we do that, and we devote ourselves to that, and I'm holding that for everyone here, and I appreciate you holding that for me as well. Have a wonderful, magical Monday. It's a powerful week. It's a powerful time. Stand in your truth, shine your light, and share your love. Peace and blessings. Aho, Ashe, Alhamdulillah, Shah, Namaste, peace.